Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, the Smith in the Black channel here at Ticker Talker, and we are starting off a new month, a new week, all that kind of stuff. So we want to start and see what kind of posture, how they start posturing right out the chute. There's a sequence to things. So when we start off like this, the weekly and the monthly bar opening are going to be the same all week, right? So what we want to start looking for is what are they doing to start off the new month? What's the rotation looking like, right? See SPY doing nothing, just sitting here doing nothing, right? So we're starting off the month here. The thing that would get them going maybe a little bit is if you could take out last week's lows, but you have not done that in the SPY. If we go to the QQQ, Q's weaker. You can see that Q's taking out last week's lows. That gets my attention. Now, you're nowhere near taking out last month's lows, but now that you have a new month, right, you can be red on all time frames. Now you can have full time frame continuity to the downside. That was going to be really hard to have last month with this bright green month, but now you do, right? So that tells us we can look through the guts in there and you're going to see SMH, right? And I'm going to get to these in just a second, but here's a problem. You're taking out last month's lows. Anybody who bought semiconductors last month is going underwater right out the chute, right? That's something I'd want to know about, right? And we'll get to that in just a second. Dow Jones Diamonds here, you can see a little better, right? Taking the inside weak to the upside, right? These inside weakers here trying to go to the upside. So you can see there's a little bit different of a posture. So the Q's, the main problem so far, SMH. If you go to small cappers here, once again, we want to know either side of this inside month, right? Nowhere near taking it out. Opening is an inside day. So what are they doing to start off the new month? Well, for one, a little bit of a defensive posture. They're going into XLU, utilities a little bit. You can see that on the weekly. Upper middle. Takes out the highs, takes out the lows, and 222 back up. They're also coming into XLP. XLP here on the week. 2 up, 2 down, boom, right back up. You can take these things, babies, to the highs, and that's going to give you your usual suspects. Your Pepsis here. Pepsi taking out last week's high. 2 up, 2 down, 2 up. How's Coke doing? Coke looks like an inside week to the upside to me. You got Procter and Gamble in there. Here, Procter, and you can see this outside week, then hammer. Right, so this is a broadening formation of these, right? Then you stop them out and boom, right back up she comes. Procter, I'd keep an eye on that Procter. Now you got yourself inside 15 or any good 30s or 60s coming. We'll see. Inside on the 30 right now. Mondelez. Also now an inside 30 up here, and you can see this on the daily. Is this something we look for? It certainly is. Here. Inside bar. Pokes down. Revstrat. Boom. Stop these guys out and hopefully get some more out of it with the backing of the XLP strength. If we go to, let's see here. We got some retail coming up here too. Walmart to start off. And Walmart, you might recall last month, did this. 2 down, 2 up reversal. Now this is not reversed. Right, on a weekly basis, they stopped them out here. But there's your 2 down, 2 up to start the new month, giving you green on all time frames. When you can get that 36 to get back going. Daily, you can see it completed what it was meant to do. Here. Stop them out. There's the bottom of your broadening formation. There's your inside day, and boom, up, sideways, measured move, and there's your broadening formation right there. So we'll see if there's anything more to it. You got Home Depot. And Home Depot starting off here with the inside weak to the upside, just going back into new highs after triangling out. So we'll see here on the 30, potentially you can take this out over 331.04 and go 2 down by taking out the previous low and then right back towards the highs. If we go to DDS, more retail. DDS having a nice little day, just kind of walking up on the monthly. You can see all inside of this thing. But to start off the week, there's your inside week hammer and going to the highs. And what we look for in a daily is the 2 up by taking out the high, take out the previous low, and then boom, these two become an outside bar of all that. You see? All right, and that triggers the weekly. Not bad. If we go to Domino's Pizza. And Domino's Pizza here, remember last month. 2 down by taking out the low. Boom, reversal, pivot, machine gun coming through all these guys. If you don't get a reversal, guess where it's going? All-time highs. Over 435.58. 435.67 is the high. That's a beautiful thing because you're into exhaustion risk now, though. But that's how you finish that off. These 3 are an outside bar of all this, you see? Okay, so we'll see. If we go to the trannies for a little bit here, remember UPS, it's been screaming, still going, right? And so once you see that, we know to go looking for FedEx, right? Because FedEx outside week, now it's going to go 3-2, and we're looking to take this out. May as well join the party into all-time highs over 305.66. What you get there this morning? Not quite. So we'll see if that sets up again over the course of the day or the week. And there you go, inside 60. If we can take that out, we'll see. If we go to, Mr. Kimberly Clark, the diapers over there in the XLP. Also having a nice little day here. You can see this, what we look for. Outside bar, pokes down, boom, 322. Now we're looking to take this baby out unless we get a reversal against us. Short term, here's just an outside day, which propelled it to here. So these are an outside bar of that. So the question is, can you keep going using that weekly? We'll see. You can watch that with XLP. We had some strength in GILD early on. And GILD having a nice little reversal day. So it's still inside on the week, right? But here's what we look for. This range, take the range out, 2-2 reversal, 2 down, 2 up, right here. Didn't gap either. It's real nice over 64.10 right now, 65.46 and still going. We'll see if that sets up again for you. We had also Sarepta over there. And Sarepta coming out of these weeks in here, trying to get out of this range. We'll see Sarepta can get some more gas if we can get over the monthly high 2-2 reversal. And that's not till 78.62. You get a little bit more on that. Just had a nice opening. You can see this. We'll see if that follows through. If we go to RHE. And RHE on the gap list, you can see this thing screaming up through these things. Nice long green bar. And then here on the 60, you can see this. Take out the high, take out the low to stop them out. Now get these to be an outside bar of that. We'll see if there's enough power in that. If we go to gold, come into a little gold gap and sit for the most part right now, but we'll keep an eye on that with AGQ silver. And silver, a little nicer move out of that, so we can see if this was inside. So RevStrat here over 49.83. You're there right now for the next hour. It's also taking an inside week and trying to take an inside month combination. So that would be good. Keep an eye on going forward. If you go to Zeus. And Zeus here on the inside day to the upside, having a nice morning. Also goes inside break on the monthly. You just go into exhaustion risk. So you got a little bit of a stall out there. But we also had some of these refiners picking up a little bit, like HFC. Energy trying to wake up here. And energy is going to have our attention here on these monthlies. If we can get these things to 2 up. You can see this on the XLE. Here, right there. 2 up, 2 down. So not there yet, but that's we're keeping on over there. For the dark side, we have SMH. I mean, you can't ignore this, right? You are breaking last month's lows here, below 241.45, right? Now you're trying to cook it inside 60, but that's got my attention. That is a reversal, right? And so then if you go through there, you're going to see AMD, inside week, poke up RevStrat. Now I see if that's going to be weak enough to trigger this. The week, month and down below 77.93. You're not quite there yet in AMD. If you go to Microchip, 2 down, 2 up, 2 down month below this. 147.90. You're there now, right? That gets my attention. We're going to stay on all this stuff. Analog devices, ADI. Here. Take out the low, take out the high, and taking out the low right there. Below 152.57. You're there right now. And ADI. Teradyne. Here. Still looking for the break, right? You can see they triangulate out up into here. Now you got these guys to go after, and if you do, that goes here. If you can take this out, 122.69, so you got a little bit more room before that works. If you go to LRCX, LRCX has got some distance, but this is an inside week. So if this is going to trigger that month here, the inside week break below 619.82. You're there right now. If we go to AVGO, AVGO took out the high and taken out the low of the month here. Something I want to know about. Below 449. All right, you're there now. An inside week to the downside here. Below 453.84. So you can see that this triggered this. All right, that's what we're looking for. So we'll see if these keep coming in. If we take a look at NVIDIA, and NVIDIA, a little bit different of a story because you're nowhere near taking out last month's lows, but you had a big range, right? So even if it doesn't, you got a big enough range where if they're all starting to come in here, inside week, right? The inside week and down below 599.88. You're there, so we can keep an eye on NVIDIA with the rest of the SMH crew. If we go to NVAX, so NVAX here, inside day, pounded. And as you get under the 30, nope, still a little fast. I think it was maybe 15er. There we go. The inside 15 continuation right here. Down, inside, puke. And that reconfirms this. Also was an inside week and then poke up. So this would be RevStrat downside on the week. Below 204.21. It made it there, and then just kind of stalled out. You see, make that slight lower low. So, for the rest of the week, that's a level I'm going to want to know about for sure. If we go see how them apes is doing, GameStop. Inside monther. How are you going to get outside of this? That's something you'd want to know. So, here, once again, starts off the week, the month, the day, inside bar. Poked up, RevStrat stops these guys out right here. So the question is going to be weak enough to get outside of this week, right? Still an inside week, still an inside month. So it's not totally end of the world. The RevStrat worked, so we'll see if anything more comes of that. If we go to D-Dog, and D-Dog doing this. Inside month to the downside. That's a problem here. Below 81.70, you're there on the weekly 2 down, 2 up, and boom, these become an outside bar of that. Now that monthly, see if we can get worse. Here's what you look for here, boy. Triangle out right here. The reversal against 2 up, the inside bar 2 2, and boom, down she goes. Momo shooter style. You see this? Anybody who gets stopped out on Friday in their shorts, and then the longs decide to stay long, they just take them right out, right there. If we go to CRM, and CRM doing its job. Here's the broadening formation I drew before this, right? We knew about this. And this is why you want to know these things. When things occur matters. All of a sudden, outside week, 2 up, boom, 3 2 2 takes these guys out, and there's your broadening formation. The question is, does it get any worse? And how do I get in on this one, Rob? Just like I just explained it to you. You wait for the 2 up, 2 up, and boom, there you go. We call that triangle the out. Inside, 2 up, RevStrat, boom, back down to the lows, which are not that hard. If we go to Splunk, we talked about in the macro video, and it's like not a lot of stocks are trading lower than they were last year. Splunk is one of them, so I would keep an eye on this thing's hurting for certain. So you keep an eye on that. There's your inside 60. See if we get measured move out of this thing below 123.58. You're right just about there. If we go to TTD, and TTD still handling inside month. We'll be aware of that. But the reversal on the week, always want to be aware of that. 2 up, 2 down, back through previous range, right? So you can see that because that gives you the top of the broadening formation and hopefully wipe all this stuff out. If we go to SNPS, and SNPS, once again on the monthly, 2 down, 2 up, and boom. here. This is something I'm going to want to know about all month, below 246. Right, you're there right now. So we're always running out of time, but so discernible themes here. And so the question is, whenever you start off in any month, and especially week, that's why the Strat Attack show is on Tuesday. I want to see what they do first. Then I want to see tomorrow if they come back and continue to do such things. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith & Black channel here at Ticker Tackle Strat Time Report.